Request of 42 person upon you. I never want try lose you, try them upon me. Well.
Kenyans, you guys are doing too much, eh? I know Nigerians have mind. I know Nigerians, they have the energy, they can give woto and all that. But Nigerians, have you ever used your shoe to stone your president?
The person who hit me with the shoe yesterday in Magori, I have forgiven you. My God will deal with you. I serve a living God.
That is the question. Have you ever used your shoe to stone the president? Ha, Kenya. Last time it was a massive protest that you guys did, against this government, and it was successful. That protest really yielded results. The world saw it, and I said to myself, Nigeria need to learn more from Kenya. This time around, you guys have to use your shoe to discipline. In fact, use your shoe to correct the brain of your president. You use your shoe to correct the senses of your president. See, I don't want to talk too much. All I have to say is that Kenya, please, you see that particular shoe that you used to stone that president, borrow us that shoe, Kenyans. Borrow Nigerians that shoe. Or also, the person that throw that shoe, borrow that person to Nigerians, because there is a lot of politicians, bad politicians that shoe can do justice to. There is a lot of bad people in government officials that shoe can do justice to. So that person that stole the president, you need to come to Nigeria. We need you. Yes, Nigerians need you over there right now. Okay. Kenya, Nigerians, you must respect Kenya for this one. Kenya don't break internet. Kenyans are trendy. Kenyans are trendy again. Hey, no, like I said, Nigerians, I know you people have mind. You can do a lot, but I want to ask you one question. Have you used your shoe to correct the senses of your president? Tinubu did that shoe, guys. People like Tinubu, people like Akpabio, they need that shoe, guys. A lot of people have been reacting on this shoe throw of a thing. Just that a lot of them are speaking Swahili. You people should be speaking English. So who will understand? You understand? Even Nigerians are reacting on these things. South Africa is also reacting on it. Hey, see, gradually from shoe, it will get to something else and something else. So that these other people will know that if you do good will follow you. That's the truth. That person that threw that shoe, so what he did is wrong, blah, 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 blah. But at least the president should know that everywhere he goes, he should do good. Because if he's really doing the right thing 100%, he's doing everything good, somebody will not throw him shoe. Take a look like Ibrahim Traore. Nobody is going to stone him with shoe. Take a look like Ghana president Mahama. Nobody is going to throw him shoe. But when you talk about Nigeria president, when you talk about Nigeria state president, when you go to or you talk about Cameroon president and some other president, they need like thousands of that shoe. Kenya, hello. Kenyans, you guys are doing too much.
Fantastic. You see, some of you Kenyans, Hunashima, you don't have respect. Ukweli. Simple respect you don't have for the commander-in-chief of the Kenyan Armed Forces. The head of your country, you have no respect. You are stoning him shoe. You are throwing him shoe. Look at the shoe, Seth. That shoe, they're as if that person has been trekking around the whole of Kenya. That person has trekked from Mombasa down to Magori to go and throw that shoe. Because that shoe has fired in alignment. That is what is paining the president. If they have stoned the president a Louis Vuitton new shoe, it will not pain the president. You will now stone the president the shoe that Moses used to trek. The shoe that Moses wore to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. That is the shoe you now stone the president of Kenya. In fact, those three people, they are not enough. Mr. President, I know how we are going to arrest the rest. We block everywhere. Then everybody will be walking one by one. If we see anybody without shoe or two different legs of shoe, your own is finished. Clear. Komaliza. Your own is finished. Because you don't have respect. Even if you don't respect the man, respect the office. Because many African leaders, they don't deserve respect. But we will respect the office of the president of Kenya. So don't stone the president's shoe. We know you are angry. The cost of living is rising. I looked at the cost of housing in Kenya. I shout. In Nigeria, and they pay monthly. One of my friends is paying $450 a month. I said, are you living in Europe? Is that Europe? Hi. See, this hardship is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all over the world. If you are stoning your presidency, what do you want us to do to our own? Our own has done nothing for us. Since he come, now suffer. Umaskini, suffer. And yet we have not stoned him shoe.
Kenya, giant of Africa, I greet you, boss. Sure, sir. Wallahi, as from today, me, granddilan, I will stop disturbing Kenyans. Honestly, shocking. Kenya, you people are now the official giant of Africa. You people are the #1, the champion African country. You are the #1. Guys, do you know that Kenyans shoot their president with a shoe? When I heard this news, I had to go and check on the internet if true, this news was a true fact. Kenya people, I salute you people. In my country, you cannot even strike, but in Kenya, you are free to shoot shoe anyhow. But forget about the fact that we are laughing there. Mr. President Ruto, you have to tighten up your security. Because if this was an assassination attack, you'll be dead by now. Honestly shocking. Imagine if something was tied under that shoe. You'll be dead. You understand? So forget about the fact that we are laughing, but this is a serious matter, or this is a serious threat to the presidential of Kenya. But neither the rest, Kenya people. Sure, sir.
This life, no balance. This life, no balance. Kenyans are officially the giants of Africa. Kenyans are officially the giants of Africa. In fact, Kenyans are the real Africans right now. Do you know that the president of Kenya was mysteriously hit by a flying shoe? Hey! A flying shoe from Kenyans.
Funny people.
Nigerians are not even allowed to protest. That is normal protest. That is the right of every citizen. It is not allowed in Nigeria. Why Kenyans are throwing shoes? Oh my God. Oh my God. The president was just talking. The president was just making, from nowhere. The shoe came. The shoe was flying. And then, and you people are asking me to come to Kenya. So you can stop me shoe. I didn't know that's why you're asking me to come to Kenya. Because you people are throwing flying shoes. Oh my God. Oh. Kenyans are the giants of Africa. What Kenyans cannot do does not exist.
2 minutes, man.
Do you people know that the former prime minister of Kenya was being flogged in public? Like, being flogged by Kenyans. If you think I'm lying, ask Kenyans under the comment section of this video. Because I see everybody shouting about a shoe being thrown to the president. This is just the shape of an iceberg. You better know this. Kenyan politicians are going through hell in the hands of Kenyans. So they are going through hell. They cannot sleep. The money that they steal from Kenyans, every single day, it's very, very difficult for them to enjoy that same money in Kenya. Because Kenyans are dealing with them properly. But neither they want to share you people Kenyans now. You people should listen very, very well. Because I've spoken with my father Ruto. We are not going to read this one slide. You understand? The person who threw that shoe, come out now. Because we will fish you out physically, technologically, or spiritually. Any way possible, we are going to fish you out. Because you cannot share me that you will take a shoe that smells. A shoe that has been under the sun with your toe inside and throw it to the president of the country. That is very, very bad. Very, very bad. Why didn't you use a stone? You should have used a stone instead of a shoe. My president had to smell your toes. We are going to fish all of you out. The person who threw that shoe, they are going to fish you out. At that shoe, they are going to take you to the streets of Kenya. Have you watched the movie Cinderella? All Kenyan men will be doing shoe measurements. If that shoe fits your leg, you go prison. That's what we are going to be showing. Kenyans, leave your politicians alone. Praise. Pity them. They are shy at. They are shy. Oh God, these Kenyans, what Kenyans cannot do does not exist. Don't forget to like and share. One love.
Guys, do not mess with the Kenyans. Do not mess with the Kenyans. So, the Kenyan president, William Ruto, was on a tour, and basically, and he does these tours, okay? He stands on top of his car, and he starts giving empty promises, and he was right in the middle of an empty promise when these people were surrounding his car, and boom, a shoe. Somebody threw a shoe. Actually, it's not known whether it was somebody or the shoe just got fed up of listening to his lies. So there, landed on his forehead. Just there. The shoe landed on his forehead. Kenyans are not messing around. Kenyans have stopped messing around. This is the guy, okay? They started doing it the correct way. So Kenyans were fed up of the finance bill, which was basically backed by the IMF and the World Bank under the leadership of Joe Biden and Meg Whitman. Okay, and basically Kenyans were not happy. Kenyans tried to do it the right way by protesting, holding banners, saying, down with the finance bill, down with the finance bill. What harm was that causing? And then the government decided to have mass unaliving of people. Okay, they decided that they don't want to listen to reason. All they want to do is unalive people for no good reason. Young people for no good reason. Okay, so young people were trying to just say, guys, please, can we negotiate peacefully? And the president was like, no. He started using chemical warfare on people. And he even committed something in Githurai. And you know what? The Westerners backed him. There was a report that said, no, there was no mass unaliving of people in Githurai. So guess what? Now it appears that the Western bankers, his Western backers, after being declared a major NATO ally by Joe Biden, it seems like they are fed up of him, and he's now desperate. He's going around the country telling people lies after lie after lie. But yesterday, people were so despondent. They at least if they booed him, that would have shown emotion. But people were so despondent. They just surrounded him, watching him tell his lies, lie after lie. And the thing that shut him up was a shoe on his forehead. Bang! And that shut him. And he tried to talk to the people. People just continued looking at him.
Hello. Yesterday we witnessed a startling event where a shoe was hurled towards President Ruto while addressing a crowd in Magori. This reminds me of a similar incident in 2014 where shoes were hurled at the presidential dais where the former president Uhuru Kenyatta was seated. The difference is in 2014 there was anger towards the local leadership in Magori. However, for now, we're witnessing deep-rooted frustration and opposition from the common mwananchi towards the Kenya Kwanza regime. Lack of trust and in need of change. Let me take this opportunity to condemn that act, because this is not the way to air our frustration and anger. Let's do this on the ballot box. Let's avoid such incidences and violence and take it to the ballot box and shock the leaders with what they'll see as the results. Talk to me.
The people in Kenya, you do it all. My brothers, I salute you. As we are demonstrating to protect Captain Ibrahim Traore, Sibi Greater, Abdurrahman Ichiane, our generals, all of us, our saviors, our protectors, the unifiers, the messiahs worldwide, even including Yolo Popo. Those who are sitting down pointing fingers at them, calling them undemocratic. Kenyan said, William must go. William Ruto must go. Ruto said, lie. You voted for me now, and you're asking me to go further where? I'm not going anywhere. I am with you, Kampe. I am with you, Kampe. And the people in Kenya are saying that you say you will not go. We'll show you Pepe. William Ruto just went to have a gathering. You know, these are leaders when they want to meet us and deceive us and talk plenty now. Then someone in the crowd, one of the citizens, just took his shoe and hit William Ruto on his face. Bah! Yes, face. I am telling you now. See the video now. William Ruto must go. That is their message. That they are tired. The way 2027 is even here for them to do away with William Ruto. You know, William Ruto was a president who came and spoke and ignited fire worldwide in the hearts of Africans. Because William Ruto came as a Pan-Africanist, somebody who is the one that can even unify the continent. So we all bought into the idea of William Ruto, not knowing he was just a big P. This is a president who is a Pan-Africanist, who can rent a presidential jet of $1.5 million just to go and sit on Joe Biden's seat in the United States of America and come. You are not aware. This is the same person who will take his citizens to IMF and make sure that life becomes very unbearable. Even if you sing, when you breathe in Kenya, you pay for it. Until the people said enough. William Ruto must go. And the Gen Zs came out before IMF itself has to come out and apologize. We told you this IMF and World Bank, they are not there to help Africa. These are systems that these people have kept in place to make sure they cripple Africa and will keep suffering. But our leaders will go. Have you ever seen any country that went to IMF bailout and then they came and we are not safe? The moment they go to IMF, our problems increases. That is when they will now increase the taxes, give them, add this tax. But our brothers and sisters in Kenya, you do it well. We are telling the world that now we don't want to listen to these ones that you are calling leaders for us. Anytime you point your finger at anybody in Africa who is a leader, as a good person, we know that these are the ones that are allowing you to carry the mineral resources and making life unbearable for us. So William Ruto, we are not interested in William Ruto being our president. We say he should go. He said he will not go. He wants to be there. So now we are sending a message to you that now we know who is a leader. We love Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And that is why we'll do everything possible in our power to protect them. If you talk, you are in trouble. If you protest, you are in trouble. We saw what they did to all those people who came out to voice out against William Ruto's governance. These are the people who are calling Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso unconstitutional. Yet their people cannot exercise their democratic right. We know democracy is just a shadow to cover these our leaders so that the yellow people will come and be taking our mineral resources for free. Our brothers will do it all. We'll continue to shame you, the African leaders, if you don't change your attitude. What you have failed to give to we, the young ones, is what we are fighting for, so that we will not leave that slavery, colonial, whatsoever, as an inheritance to our next generations to come. I'm able to find If you haven't followed me on YouTube, please head to the latest Dojin one on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, East Africa, and in Kenya.